All right, so I am genuinely curious how the eating scene worked in the movie. I really want to know, did you have to sit there and eat all day? Like, what if they got to like 20 takes and you're like on the same piece of chicken? Like, how did
Oh,
you...
no, not the same piece. Oh, a different piece each time.
For continuity.
Oh, no, not just one piece of chicken, 20 pieces of chicken.
How much soup do you think you consumed?
But in the scene, when she's sitting having egg in bed, that scene took all morning, and our props man Campbell came to me at the end of it. He said, "I don't suppose you're interested to hear how many eggs you've eaten."
Oh my God.
So I said, how many? He said, "Just the 11."
It's an entire cricket team.
Of chicks.
The chicks.
But do you literally eat the food during that scene? Like, do you have
Yeah.
to? Like, that's crazy.
Well, because otherwise people are going to say, she's only pecking at it, or she had a real voracious appetite.
It was CGI.
So you have to, The thing is that it depends which take Stephen has chosen out of them all. Because, I tried to be. After a while, you think, oh, I'll just pour it down my front.
I am very curious about the eye sequence, because the sequence where you actually lock eyes for the first time, they tell you not to. And it's a really beautiful sequence the way Stephen directed it, but I'm curious, when you shoot your side of it, is Dame Judi Dench really there? Do you get an eye line? Because if we're just looking
she was there.
If we're looking at your shot and just your shot solo, do you give each
So
other...
is everybody else there.
Yeah, you get your full eye line,
Well, that's
right?
the thing. That's what really impressed me, because I've done movies in India, and so my first reaction was like, well, my shot's on, and I said, well, that's fine, because Judi can, and everybody's like, no, because Judi stays and she wants to stay, and sort of that was my eye line, and so it just helped.
That's really cool. Yeah, I'm so curious about performances, because I know you played this character 20 years ago in Mrs. Brown, and it's really interesting to me that you're now revisiting her at a different point in her life. But there's similarities to the relationship that you had in that film and this film.
With John Brown.
Yeah, and I'm just curious though, your actual process. Do you go back and watch Mrs. Brown to find out? Really?
Oh no, I haven't seen Mrs. Brown at all. Not for 20 years, I think. No, but when you do something like that, you do a certain amount of homework on it.
Originally.
So, yes.
Yeah.
So I'd known that up to then, and I realised her kind of loneliness after Albert had died, and that she found that she could talk and be at ease with John Brown, and then, but after he had died, I didn't know that this last 15 years of her life, that she had the joy of having somebody else who she could relax with and send the others away and say, teach me Urdu and teach me how to write it, and all that, and have a exchange of thoughts and sense of humour and curiosity and everything.
Is there another one of your characters that you would be interested in revisiting decades later?
Well, that's a good question.
I don't know. I've done Shakespeare on stage. I've done The Dream 5 times, I think, and I've done Measure for Measure twice, and I've done certain things like that, and that's been lovely to come back to, because suddenly, it's now, I understand now so well when people of my age now say, oh gosh, I could play Lady Macbeth much, much better now, because in retrospect you look back and you learn that wonderful thing that people tell you when you're a young actor, that less is more. You don't quite believe them, but of course it's true. Yeah. Less is more.
Yeah, I love the internal quality of the character you had in this film. You guys did a phenomenal job, and thank you so much for your time today.
Thank
It was a
you.
pleasure.
Thank you very much indeed.